Hi there, witchy ones. It's Quinn again. I know I just posted yesterday, and I'm not going to make a habit out of posting every single day, but I did have a really amazing experience this morning, and I wanted to blog about it because it really is life-changing. I read this book called Awaken Your Divine Intuition by Susan Shumsky, and really have grabbed some great ideas out of it about how to get in touch with spirits. Now, I'm not looking to become a medium, as in speaking with spirits, ghosts that are, haven't moved on, that kind of thing. I'm talking more about like speaking to spirits like archangels, Virgin Mary, Jesus, some other deities, such as, for example, maybe Freya. There are all sorts of possibilities, and I'm looking to speak to these higher spirits. So I read this book, and it was really great. I don't like her website. I'm sorry, I just have to tell you, it's just too much. So I wouldn't recommend starting there. I really would recommend going to your library and seeing if they have the book. That's how I found it. Or just ordering it from Amazon or your indie bookseller, because it is fantastic. So she takes I'm not going to say secular approach to this, because after all, it is called Awaken Your Divine Intuition. So it's suggesting that there is divinity. So let's just get that out of the way. On the other hand, she has more of a polytheistic approach to how she talks about God, gods, etc. She doesn't limit it to just, Judeo-Christian, the Abrahamic belief system. She definitely crosses over and represents in her book other gods. So I wouldn't, if you're concerned about that, there you have it. Now, what she recommends is that if you just go into a meditative state and you ask for a message, that you will receive a message. A message from whom? Well, the book will go into great detail about how you need to qualify who you're talking to, that astral entities, as she calls them, such as ghosts, will sense that you're open and you're open to the universe and that you're looking for messages and that they will come to you. And that's something I experienced today. And she also talks about how you should go, help them to go into the light. So if you believe in ghosts and all of that, this book is for you, because it talks to you about how to figure out how to avoid talking to just ghosts that are out there. Any rando ghost who maybe wants just to get your attention, how to get them kind of off. And that's what I had to do this morning. So, gosh, this is super rambly. So this is what happened this morning. I have been reading this book for a good week. I read it twice. I highlighted it. I got all of the little stuff that I thought was important for me to know down. And then I said to myself, okay, I don't know if this is going to work. I honestly didn't think it was going to work for me, but I was like, I'm going to try and see what happens. So I went into a meditative state earlier today. Took about 5 to 10 minutes, really settling into it and just letting all of the noises that were bleeding in through the glass of the window, just kind of releasing them. And, just don't think about it. I'm in a great meditative state. And then I started the instructions of ask for a message. So I did. And I was aiming for the Holy Spirit because, I'm ambitious that way. And also it's what she recommends you do. But I didn't get the Holy Spirit. I got a ghost. I got some guy who's probably in his 50s or 60s, a very pushy male person who really was trying to butt his way into me. Not to take over my body or anything, but just he was trying to get my attention. And this isn't something, by the way, that I experience. It's not like a thing that I regularly do, where I'm like, oh yeah, this 13-year-old female is here in the corner and is trying to talk to me. She said something about your mom. You know, like, that's not something I do. So this was a really strange experience for me. And the way I knew it was a man was I had like an image in my head with my eyes closed. You know, I had an image of kind of a fuzzy but male face. It was kind of old. And old for me, I guess, which is in the 60s. And I asked in my head, I asked the ghost, do you come in the name of God, which is something that Susan Shumsky recommends you do. And I heard no. And then sensed a bunch of like insistent talking after that, but I don't know what he was saying, if he was saying something. So it wasn't like evil, like, ooh, no, I don't come in the name of God. Oh, I'm a demon. No, it didn't get anything like that. It was just like, no, like, shut up. I'm trying to talk. So anyway, I did what she recommends next, which is help the spirit to go into the light. And I know that there are some witches out there who probably will really disagree with me on just going straight to that path, but it's my personal belief that there isn't anything great to be gained by for spirits, for them to hang out around us but not interacting with us very easily. What do they have here? Just I really do think they're in a sort of limbo, and that if they are not in the light, if they are not in heaven or whatever you want to call it, then they're just biding their time, and who knows how long they're just going to be here. So I, in my head anyway, told him, I don't know if anyone ever told you didn't deserve to go to heaven. I'm telling you now, you do. Go to the light. Go to the light. And I kind of pushed him off of myself because I just didn't want to deal with him anymore, frankly. And I know I probably sound quite selfish, but I just didn't want to deal with his insistent, urgent, anxious energy. It wasn't what I was there for. After about a minute of me kind of praying for him to move on, I got the sense that he left. At that point, I was about to give up because I was just like, God, that was so draining and so not what I was looking for, that I just thought, oh, I've had enough of this already. I was going to shut it down, except I was like, you know what? No, I'm in it to win it. Let's try again. So I recentered myself and asked God for a message. And instead of seeking out the Holy Spirit, I asked for whatever message. And I'm not going to go into the details of the message or who gave me the message, but I will say that I felt such a difference from whatever ghosty entity it was that had tried to barge in earlier. It was a sense of content joy. I had like a tingling sensation in my face and my mouth. My mouth like lifted into a smile, like a Buddha smile, like a super enlightened, content smile. It was really great. And I felt energy just flowing from my heart up through my head, tingles on top of my crown. And then I also saw white flashes of light inside of my eyes were closed. So it was like I saw inside my head white flashes of light. So I knew that this was like a big signal, like, hey, someone's here. And it was remarkable. It was really remarkable. It's not like I had some sort of long conversation with the spirit, but I did have a very distinct message that I got from the spirit, and I did not expect to get a distinct message. Like I said, I'm not someone who just like has conversation with ghosts. I'm not a medium. I do consider myself to be an empath, but I'm not very practiced at it. I'm very new to just accepting that I have any abilities at all. So this to me is like kind of rocks my world. It's so life shaking, and I look forward to having future interactions like this with the spirit realm. Hopefully I can receive more guidance, and maybe I can even help other people to get guidance for themselves in the future. Who knows? But for now, this is just such an interesting new addition to my path, my witchy path, and I'm really, really happy that I went there, and that I am on the road to becoming a better person. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and hope to see you around.